Hey, law firm owner, I'm not sure if you know this, but running a business is difficult. Running a law firm is extremely hard. If you feel like you're pushing the big rock up the hill, I'm here to tell you there's a path to the other side. Hey, law firm owner, my goal is for you to have a plan to stop feeling like you're pushing the big rock up the hill. Now, this was inspired by a recent trip I had to Nashville. Maria and I, we have two sons. The oldest son, MPS, he bought half our company just over 2 years ago. His younger brother, Justin, has been recruited to come into our world, and he runs the sales department, and he's just absolutely killing it. Both of them decided to do something to prove that they could do hard things. They decided to run a marathon. Now, I've never done it, so it's been very difficult for me to speak about it. But the coolest thing about running a marathon is when you're finished, you have this feeling as if you've done something very difficult. And my boys tell me that the pain in their legs confirmed that they absolutely did something difficult. Interestingly enough, during the course of the marathon, I recognized, because I could see them on the app, that brothers had separated. Michael is the more experienced runner. He just ran a 50K, 30 miles on the trail. And Justin has never run more than 13 miles on a treadmill. So they're both going to go run this 26.2 mile track with lots of hills. And at about the 20-mile mark, I noticed they started to separate. That tells me that older brother was trying to encourage younger brother, and younger brother pretty much said, "Go pound sand, leave me alone. You go run. I got this." I recognized that younger brother was starting to slow down considerably, and it hit me that he really had no support because nobody else was out on the track cheering him on. It's difficult enough to do hard things without support. So what I did is I walked the 4 miles out to meet him. And when I got to him, I said, "Hey, I tell you what, let's do the rest together. When you want to run, we'll run. When you want to walk, we'll walk." And we just made it in. It wasn't that he couldn't do it without me. It's that I just wanted him to know that he had support. This inspired me to bring this 2 points. One, running a law firm is absolutely positively excruciatingly difficult at times. Two, you shouldn't do it alone. So, the first step you have to take in order to stop feeling like you're pushing the big rock up the hill is to join a program where there are peers who see their law firm as a business and realize they're on this journey of being better business owners because you're already great lawyers, and you're going to support one another. So when times get difficult, and they will, one of your peers will run out to meet you halfway. That happens in our world all the time. Look, if you want to learn more about all of these different concepts, you can visit us at thestaffingroom.com. We've got free tools and resources there for you for sure. Just the other day, I had a client who started as a small firm, has grown into a reasonable size firm, multiple seven figures, but ran into a specific problem. When they came to me, the solution was clear. You need to go to this other firm. They've already solved this. They can solve it for you. Those two firms got together, and like that, their problem went away. That's the kind of support that you need when you're running a law firm. It's hard enough to run a law firm, let alone doing it on your own. The next thing you absolutely positively must do is make sure you get your pricing correct. Most law firms simply don't charge enough. By the way, the correct pricing is not what everybody else charges. Most times in law firm ownership, the crowd gets it wrong and they charge too little and they start competing on price. That is not a winning solution. We have plenty of time in the future when AI and PE firms come in and start price suppression. Right now is not the time to start suppressing price. Right now is the golden era of law. Price your services correctly. Correctly means that you can build an organization under you, not just you running the firm, but build an organization, whether that's 2 people or 2,200 people, it doesn't matter, so that you can maintain north of 30% total owner's benefit. The smaller the firm, the higher that number should be. The larger the firm, typically that number goes down by a little bit. Second, make sure you get paid for the work that you do. For all you contingency firms that are watching this, you typically don't have this problem, but the problem you do have is that you don't get your cases worked fast enough. Yeah, there's a certain amount of time a case has to be open, but most of you don't work your cases fast enough because you're inefficient, so you're not getting to the cash as quickly as you should. For those of you that charge a fee, whether you charge a flat fee or you charge hourly against the retainer, making sure you get paid is essential. Most law firms that walk into our world collect less than 75 cents on every dollar. The best firms in our world collect north of 93 cents on every dollar. Just think about the difference that would make for your firm. A 20% increase from 75 to 95 is a significant move, and it makes a huge difference in your bottom line because that all drops right to the bottom line. That's how we generate profit. That's how we buy our freedom, which brings me to my next point. The third thing you need to do is replace yourself. Now, whether you plan on being a keep it small, keep it all law firm, or you plan on growing to the CEO level and beyond, it doesn't matter. We need to make sure we replace yourself in the jobs you shouldn't be doing. Even at a keep it small, keep it all law firm, in order to generate $1.2 million in gross sales, depending on practice area, you may need another associate. You shouldn't be wearing the $20 and $30 an hour hats any longer. And if you are, you're wasting your time. As the CEO of the firm, you need to be replacing yourself in every single other role. Yeah, that means if you're acting like an attorney because you have to, not because you want to, you're probably making life more difficult than it needs to be. Somebody needs to be the full-time CEO. That means you're generating somewhere in around $3 million in gross revenues. That path between 1.2 and 3 million, we nickname that hell, because it sucks to go through it. That's the reality of that path from 1.2 million to 3 million. You can keep it small and keep it all and have a very low stress life, or you can rise to the $3 million level. And there is going to be some stressful times as you pass through the gauntlet between those two numbers. The next thing you have to do is you have to have a non-attorney salesperson manning every sales position in your firm until you max out their capabilities within the non-attorney initial consultation role. Look, a non-attorney salesperson fully maxed out, depending on practice area, you can generate $4 to $8 million in gross sales for a law firm if they do their job correctly, if you set them up for success correctly. Most of you aren't there yet, so a single non-attorney salesperson can field multiple roles on the sales cycle. You want to have that person replace you in the sales role for many reasons, but most importantly, they'll bring consistency and free you up on your time. Next, you have to run your business by the numbers. You need a dashboard that shows you what's going on in your new client attraction, in your workflow, in your profitability, and so that you understand what capacity issues you have in your talent pipeline. You need a dashboard that tells you the truth about what's working and what's not working. That dashboard can be a whiteboard. It could be a stack of files in a filing cabinet. It can be paper with red bricks, yellow bricks, and green bricks on it if that's what you want. The bigger you get, the more you're going to need to rely on software to help you accomplish this. And then finally, you need to start looking into AI in your firm. You shouldn't be doing this AI yourself. You should be staffing somebody who understands how to build the AI tools and all the other technology and tech stack that you need in your firm and can manage the whole thing for you and can execute the tasks you want them to execute. If you find yourself as a law firm owner going down the AI track and building yourself agents and developing different types of tools, those things are going to break and somebody's going to need to fix them. And if you're not careful, you're going to end up being the chief technology officer for your firm. Look, if you want to learn more about all of these different concepts, you can visit us at thestaffingroom.com. We've got free tools and resources there for you for sure. We would love to walk alongside you and help you build your firm better so you don't have to keep pushing the big rock up the hill. Law firm ownership is hard. There's no need to do it alone. And if you do it step by step, like I told you, the pressure you're feeling right now will go away. and you will start to feel some relief. Let's start getting some relief today, one key system at a time.